We're back with Judith Joy, a woman who specializes in helping people make their dreams become reality. And a lot of that is teaching folks how to raise their vibration, bringing it from maybe a place of low depression, anxiety, darkness into a high vibration. Now, once she gets, and she's coached so many people throughout her long career, once she gets them to the high vibration place, the next step is knowing how to sidestep obstacles or maybe things that don't go the way you had planned for them to go. So welcome, Judith. I'm excited to talk to you about this.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So Judith, you get your clients up and running, and you've helped so many people with career, family, personal life, whatever it might be. So you've got them moving in the right direction in life, but life is what it is. And inevitably, something's going to happen that you didn't plan for. What's next?
Okay. First off, the more often you're in high vibe, the less you have instances where it doesn't go your way. But it still happens. And the whole idea is to feel at peace with whatever happens. So if you're driving down the road and there's a traffic jam and you're going, oh, I'm going to be late and all these cars are out here and he's not using his turn signal and oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You're not helping yourself. You're taking your vibration and shoving it down. However, if you can be in the high vibe and you can go, wow, this gives me time to read. If you're, the passenger.
Right. Or maybe listen to a book if you're not the passenger.
This gives me time to breathe. And then you start imagining, well, what would it look like if there was no traffic? And then you feel the difference. And you start unwinding knots even. You can imagine unwinding knots and all of a sudden the traffic clears up. But your focus is on the feeling that you do desire. And you're imagining things that match those things that you do desire. So that, oh yeah, look at that, you showed up.
Right. So life's, obstacles or the wrong path. I mean, that happens. What about the unexpected? I'm trying to think of an example, maybe in somebody's career or maybe their marriage or, something with a really great purpose, suddenly an obstacle hits.
Here's an example. One of my clients, her husband got sick. He actually got encephalitis. And I said, well, was he getting the message that he needed to take a break? Well, yes, he was. And I'm like, well, his body gave him the break. So you look for a deeper meaning. So yes, it was difficult to go through, but he wasn't paying attention to his intuition that was saying, whoa, wait a minute, you need a break. You need a career shift, whatever it was. Now, thankfully, he recovered, he's doing fine, but he shifted into a new career that he loves much more.
That's really interesting because I don't know this gentleman that you're talking about, but I can very much relate. And I think what you're trying to say, which a lot of people see in retrospect, but they don't see it while it's happening, so it tends to weigh them down, is that you can optically and in your mind look at this in a different way. Right. Like I broke my foot in a terrible car accident, very pregnant with my now 13-year-old, and it was horrendous hobbling around pregnant in the Florida heat. But it turned out I was a high-risk pregnancy, so that slowed me down. So had that not happened to me, I might not have had a healthy baby down the road, or much later in life when my vocal cords gave out when I was anchoring the morning news, I was devastated when it ended. but it didn't give me the time to rest and turn into a career change that really is a lot more suited for me. So in my life and my age. So what you're saying is don't look at the obstacle or the shift in your plans or how you thought things were going to play out as necessarily a totally negative thing.
No, everything has an advantage to it. So look for the advantage of having it. You know, the advantage of breaking your foot, yeah, it hurts and it's uncomfortable and all that. But the advantage was that you slowed down.
Yeah.
And the advantage was that you had a healthy baby because you slowed down. So if you're looking for the advantage in everything, then you're going to start attracting things that are advantageous. If
And
you're looking
maybe
for
advantageous enough to help you out of this path or redirect you to the path that you were originally on.
right. And a lot of my work is about opening yourself up to intuition and building the intuition so that you can actually listen to yourself.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Any other tips about facing life's challenges?
Yeah. The first step is to get yourself to a high vibe. When you're in that high vibe, what is it that you would ultimately like to have? And then you take a little energy ball and you pretend like it's this ball and you put your whole desire in that, including the feeling of what it is. And then you hold it and you spin it out. And then you just sit back and see what happens. I did this in a meeting. It was a very long meeting and the guy was going talk, 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 talk. And I was like, all right, I'm done. Now, because I was the highest vibe in the room, as my vibration was the winner. So I put in this little ball, I'm done, and then spun it out. Within 30 seconds to a minute, he said, I think we're done. I mean, he literally stopped like mid-sentence.
That's incredible. So you're harnessing this high vibe energy and you're taking it and you're taking like what you really want to throw out into the universe and just release it.
Yeah. It's very important to release it, let it go, and you're not looking to hold on to it, because if you're holding on to it and the result has to be exactly how I want it to be, like it's a total failure if he continues the meeting for 3 seconds longer than I thought it should be, you're not helping yourself. Let it go and see what shows up.
Very, very interesting. So Judith, I just came up with this idea. I want to see if you're up for it as we do these little bites of, joy with Judith and we get, your message out there. Can our viewers reach out to you with questions about what it is that you do and how you help people live to their fullest potential and reach their life dreams and their life journey?
I would love it.
That would be great. Okay. So definitely, you will see and find Judith's email and how to get a hold of her through this website and let us know. And we will see you guys in the very near future to answer your questions. Thanks, Judith.
Thank you so much for having me.